What's up, guys? So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to do bearings like we did last time, but this time with trigonometry. By the end of this video, you should understand how to construct a triangle using bearings, and you should be able to apply the trigonometric rules to answer that question. So, first question of the day, we're given three villages, A, B, and C. Village B is 6.4 kilometers due east of village A, and village C is 3.8 centimeters from A at a bearing of 210 degrees. So what is the distance between B and C? Well, let's draw it out, shall we? So if this is A, right, this is our north line, we're told that the first one is due east, which just means, if you remember our compass from earlier, we got north, and then therefore this is east, this is south, and this is west. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to draw a line like this. It doesn't have to be to scale. And now we have village B. Village C, on the other hand, what we're going to do is we're going to measure an angle like so, that's 210 degrees, and then we're going to draw a line and label it 3.8 kilometers. We're also going to label this one 6.4, and this is C. Okay? If we connect them together, this is what we're looking for. C to B. Now, how are we going to find what C to B is? Well, first thing we need to do is we need to know what angle this is. What is the angle of CAB going to be? Angle CAB is just going to be this angle, this big angle, minus this angle here. And because this is perpendicular to each other, it's just going to be 90 degrees. So it's 210 minus 90, which is simply equal to 120. Lucky numbers. So, now we need to do the cosine rule. So, if we want to do the cosine rule, then CB squared. Actually, I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to label them A, B, and C so that you can understand. If this is, I'll let this be A, so then this is A. This will be my C, and this will be my B. So then A squared is simply equal to B squared, which is 3.8. 3.8 squared plus 6.4 squared minus 2 times 3.8 times 6.4 cos 120. Okay? And if we plug all of that into our calculators, we should get an answer of 79.72. So then C to B is just going to be the square root of that, which is equal to 8.93 kilometers. So it's just the bearings that we did last lesson and the cosine rule. What about something like this? So 2 yachts are leaving Harbour H. Yacht A sails on a bearing of 072 for 30 kilometers. Yacht B sails on a bearing of 140 for 50. So how far are they apart? Well, let's label this H for harbour. And then let's give it a north line. Okay. So now, if we do that, first thing we need to do is we need to draw a 72-degree line, angle, sorry, here. And then draw a 30-kilometer line through it. So this is 30 kilometers. Now we need to do it for B. Actually, let me label this A. Awesome. Now we need to do this for B as well. So this time it's going to be 140. So let's label a 140-degree line, which is roughly there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to draw a 50-kilometer line. Like so. And if this is B, what is that side here going to be? Well, what we're going to do is we're going to first and foremost find out what this angle here is. So angle AHB is equal to 140 minus 72. 140 minus 72 is 68. So this is 68 degrees. And now we use the cosine rule. So I'll call this angle A. Call this angle B. I'll call this one angle C. Just change it up. And this is my C. This is my B. And this is my A. So then A squared is equal to 30 squared plus 50 squared minus 2 times 30 times 50 cos 68. Plug that one into your calculator. I get an answer of 2,276.18. So then AB is just going to be equal to the square root of that, 2,276.18, which is equal to 47.7 kilometers. And that's our final answer. Doesn't matter the steps we take. The whole point is we're just drawing so that we form a triangle. So even something as scary like this, we can answer. So what are we going to do here? We got a Coast Guard station at A and B. A is due east of B, so let's draw that. So we've got, if this is our A, we're given a 12-kilometer line here. B is east of that, so that's also 12 kilometers. Okay, cool. There's a rowing boat R. R is on a bearing from A, which is 160 degrees. So let's get our north line. Let's put a north line here as well. And let's put a 160 degree line. And we're also told that R is on a bearing of 220 from B. So let's draw a 220 line here. That's roughly 220. And so therefore, these two lines will intersect, won't they? Yeah? We're also told that there is a speedboat T, which is 5 kilometers south of A. So let's draw that. Sure, that's 5 kilometers. And this is our T. So now we're told what is the shortest distance from T and r. Okay, so let's work it out, shall we? First things first is, what are these angles here going to be? Well, this angle here is going to be 160 minus 90, which is 70. And this angle, a little bit trickier, but it's going to be 360 minus 90 minus 220. Okay? Which is 30 degrees. So now we have two angles, don't we? What we can do here is we can work out what AR is, and then once we work out what AR is, we can work out what TR is. What rule can we use to work out what AR is? We can use the sine rule, but before we learn the sine rule, we need to know what this angle here is. This angle is just going to be 180 minus 70 minus 30, which is 100. So now we can use the sine rule. 12 over sine 100 is equal to, I'm just going to call this one A over sine 30. So then A is equal to 12 sine 30 over sine 100. Okay? If you want to, you can substitute all of that and work from there. That works. If that works for you, fantastic. If you want to work out what that is, I get an answer of roughly 6.09. Okay, 6.09. I'm not going to use that number. I'm going to still use the exact one on my calculator, but I'm going to just say that A is equal to 6.09. So now we have two sides and we have an angle. What's this angle here going to be? This purple one. This purple one is simply going to be 180 minus 160, which is 20 degrees. And so now we have a triangle with two sides and an angle. So if I call this A, this will be A here. I'm going to rub all of this out for a second. And then let's do the cosine rule. So now, A squared is going to equal to 5 squared plus 6.09 squared minus 2 times 5 times 6.09 cos 20. Plug that into your calculator. And you should get an answer of 4.867. And so therefore A is going to equal the square root of that, which is just going to equal 2.21 kilometers. So all we've done is use two trigonometric rules through this drawing. Thank you guys for watching. I hope this video made sense. If you guys liked it, please consider subscribing. It means the world to me. If you guys have any further questions or comments, please do join my Discord server and I can help you specially. And if you guys need some extra tutoring, drop me an email and we can organize a meeting and a quote. Keep on learning, as you have no idea what you're capable of doing.